So I've always focused on singers like Rod Stewart, or I loved watching fucking Robert Plant move his hips, Elvis. You know, that's part of stand-up, is watching a great singer sometimes, because he's doing the same thing you're doing, only without fucking music. He's up there, so if you're studying to be an actor or a comic, you can look at a fucking singer, a good singer, and it's not his voice. I don't want you to think you have to sit there and look at his fucking... Madonna has a horrible fucking voice, but when she's on stage, she's got great presence. You know, she's got great presence. Presence is a lot of... But that doesn't matter right now. But it's so weird how I would go see a stupid band in 95, and it would... Whatever. So when Paul told me that, I thought about it. I'm like, Paul, that's crazy you said that, because when I lived in Boulder, my thing was to go see these little fucking bands at this fucking bar. I forget what nights. It was like Wednesday night or some shit like that. On the way home, I would go in there and just sit there. And it was, I forget the name of the band. Who the fuck knows if they're still together? I don't know. But my point being is, so these last couple months, I've been a little bit on the creative side, but it wasn't like I was before the fucking pandemic. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Listen, it's a Monday morning. I want to talk to you about something. Sometimes you can fixate on a problem for so long that you don't take time to find the solution. Trust me, I do it all the time. But when you learn how to find your own solution, there's no better feeling. A therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals. Listen, I've been with BetterHelp now for over a year. And I'll tell you, I feel a lot better. The most important thing I love the live talk therapy, but she also gave me exercises to deal with my fucking anxiety and all the things that, you know, I fixate on stuff and I can't get it out of there. But with BetterHelp, I've changed all that. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and chat therapy sessions. You can choose not to see anyone on camera if you want to, but it's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you're never going to find a therapist now. I could get you a therapist within 3 days with BetterHelp. So when you want to be a better problem solver and take care of yourself, visit BetterHelp.com. Right now, /Diaz. That's the code. I'm going to get you 10% off your first month. So visit BetterHelp.com /Diaz, D-I-A-Z, and I'm going to get you 10%. And I'll tell you what, you're going to feel a lot better, and the clarity is going to come to you. Back to the show. When you're, you know, when you got like Tom Segura right now. Tom Segura is in his comedy glory. He's got a great hour. He's about to put on tape. But he gets on stage every night in front of a fucking theater. Never mind at the Comedy Store, Flappers, or the Improv, and then on the weekends you're getting on stage. This guy's getting up in front of average 3,000, 4,000 people a night. Let me tell you something. If you sit with Tom in a car right now, in 20 minutes he could fucking write it out, because his mind is already moving. Like I said, before the pandemic, I was cracking myself up every fucking 5 minutes, because you're looking at the world differently. Now I got this fatherhood and I'm living in Jersey, but I'm starting to. So this week, Friday I had to go into the city to do a table read, wardrobe, take a picture with a little fucking ugly kid, you know, because he's like my son in the pilot, you know. That took a fucking hour. So, I was like, you know, man, I got the week off, and I talked to Chaz, and Chaz, like 2 weeks ago, we spoke about something. He goes, hey, man, there's tickets left if you want to come to see my show on October 1st, but I thought about it. I go, where the fuck is it? And he told me it was at Town Hall, and I go, that's interesting. I didn't even think about it like that. So I think Wednesday night, when I found out my schedule for the week, because I was hoping Mike would get married on a Saturday. That's why I left this weekend open. We didn't know. Then Mike got married on a Friday. So our Saturday was wide open. One of the moms was having like a movie night around the corner. And she said, you know, you guys are invited. We said we couldn't get a babysitter for Friday, and we couldn't get a babysitter for Saturday. So she said, just drop her off and pick her up after the show. So we got tickets online. I got 2 tickets online. And Saturday night, I took my wife out on a fucking regular date. You know, just us two, And it was great. Went into the city. It was shitty weather, so it wasn't like when Mike and I went into the city fucking in September for that show. That was, I saw people, it took Mike an hour to get out of the parking garage. You know, it was a lot of people, so I wanted to show my wife the city hopping, but because of the rain and the wind, a lot of fucking people weren't out last night. So it took us, you know, whatever we got. I got to the theater about 5 to 8, and it was the Bronx Tale. And we had the last row on the bottom level, you know. We walked in. I didn't even fit in my fucking chair. It was like sitting on a Frontier flight. I swear to God, I had to put one leg crooked and the one leg up. And that morning, it was funny because that morning I spoke to, I was going to say Ralphie. I spoke to Ari. And Ari goes, what are you doing tonight? I go, you know what? I got to go into the city to watch the Bronx Tale at Town Hall. And he goes, that's crazy that you're going to Town Hall. You sold out that place twice. You lit that place on fire. Now you get to sit on the opposite side and watch what you were doing on stage. I was all in for last night. I was excited about last night. I was going to get to see something new and different. I have always been a fan of the one-man show, guys. As you guys don't know, before the pandemic, I was working on a one-man fucking show. Once a month at the Comedy Store, I would show up there and just talk about a time period in my life, you know. The first one-man show I ever saw was Whoopi Goldberg's. I got like a VHS tape when I lived in Boulder, and I started getting into comedy in 92. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a one-man show. They really, like I could put on a good one-man show, except for one problem. I can't do characters. I can't break down a bunch of fucking characters. First time I saw Whoopi Goldberg's one-man show, my fucking head exploded. My fucking head exploded. Was it hilarious? Not really. They're not supposed to be hilarious. I mean, it's always great if they are hilarious, a one-man show. But hers was funny. She did every fucking character from junkies to drug dealers to hookers. She fucking nailed it. I was like, wow, that's like being a one-man band, you know? And then the second one I saw was like in 93, I saw one called Spicorama. It's John Leguizamo's fucking one-man show. And very interesting. John has about 10 of them. But the Spicorama one, there was one before Spicorama. Spicorama was maybe 93. And I bought the book to it. I had a follow-through book. And that one I didn't see live. I had to fucking rent it and watch it.